What's up, family? I'm Real Mike Rob. Make sure you tuning in to the 3 Point Conversion Radio. They got all of it and they keep it funky. Let's get it.
What up, what up, what up? It's your man, Mr. Controversy. Did you miss me? And I got my guy on my right on the screen, like always. My guy, Mace. What up, Mace?
Happy snow day. Part 2, 2025. I'm sick of it. Over it. I don't care if we see snow anymore.
I didn't get any snow, dog.
Wow.
No snow. I thought
Lucky
y'all was
you.
lying. I thought y'all were lying, dog.
And nah. Iced in, snowed in. It was crazy. I was leaving the office on Monday, Tuesday.
Mhm.
Yep. Leaving the office on Tuesday. It started coming down. By the time I got to the house, the yard was about to be white.
Mm.
Took a nap. Yeah, it was done.
Mm.
Yeah, so whatever. Over it. You know, we don't need snow in the A anymore. We've had enough. Move on, Mother Nature. Move on. Move on.
I love it, dog. But we didn't get any. I was like, man, it's just everybody. Look, I'm seeing all the pictures and everything, and I'm just looking outside. And it's just clear as
Be lucky. Be lucky. That means your roads were very good. You guys could get to the store. It was bread. It was milk. It was all those good things in your stores.
Oh yeah.
Be blessed.
I'm
Be
about to go to the
blessed.
store after the show. I went. Look, I went to the store today.
Yeah, see. I wasn't trusting no roads, but I ain't been nowhere today. And I mean nowhere.
Here's the funny thing, dog. I was about to go on the walk today. So
should have bundled up. I mean, because it's cold.
Yeah, dog.
It's cold, but it could be worse because I talked to one of my partners today. He's dealing with -7 degrees.
Where he at?
So, yeah, have fun with that.
Where he at?
In Connecticut.
God, hey.
Yeah. So
what up, Vince?
I ain't mad. I ain't mad at all.
Yeah, man. It's my guy Vince. It's cold though. I ain't gonna lie. Because I know Saturday when we were at the
it was break.
It doesn't look like
it's just Jacob, it's amazing. We look just alike. He's just a lighter version of me. A lighter version of me. It's crazy.
Hey, shout out to Jacob. Shout out to Vince. Vince is on the plane. So on the way back, somebody gonna have everybody watching on the plane.
Yeah. What up, plane?
What up, everybody?
Yeah.
Go back to this cold.
Yeah, hope y'all had fun at TSA and all that good stuff.
Right.
Knock yourself out.
Right. But yo, man, we got a good show today, like always, and we got a couple of guests. First, we got to tackle this situation with the, we saw the two he called Pat Mahomes. We got the two coaches, two hottest coaches. What up, Jeremy? That's what that was, out. Everybody was waiting for them to fall.
2 years. They've been the hottest coaches for 2 years now.
Yeah, dog.
And they finally got a jobs. They
Yeah.
finally got jobs. Yeah. Hey, good luck, Detroit.
Yep. Yeah.
Good
So
luck, Detroit.
we know we definitely got to talk about how it's going to affect Detroit, but also, man, just talk about you know, what we expect from these coaches or what we think going to happen, what should work, and all of that good stuff. And we got our guests coming in, man. We're gonna deal with the AFC. So we got Mr. Darren Smith, who covers the Kansas City Chiefs. He's gonna be in the building. And we also got Mr. Patrick Freeman, who covers the Buffalo Bills. This is a mentor of mine. He's going to be in the building as well. So, you know, we got a little AFC, you know, matchup. We're going to talk to him. Then we're going to talk to the other one. All of that. And then, man, of course, we got to do our picks and everything. But NBA, dog, we got to talk about. My question is, with Atlanta, they like in the middle of the pack, you know, they're hovering around 500, a little bit over. Should they make a trade or not? Or should they just stay put?
I just know one guy that don't need to trade for. Don't trade for that guy.
Who?
Yeah, that guy we're gonna talk about. Don't trade for him.
Okay, we go. Oh, I think I know you're talking about.
Yeah, don't trade for him.
No, we don't need to trade for him.
Yeah, we good on that.
Yeah, we don't. And also, we're gonna talk about a little bit about Unrivaled, man. We you know, we talked about it before it started, but you know, just our thoughts of it after watching it. You know what I'm saying? And Falcons got a new defense. We got to talk about that. I mean, new defensive coordinator.
Yeah, retread.
Get on that.
Comes back home. He's back home.
Back home, and then
like he never left.
Then of course we got Dr. Fowler with a few injury reports. Of course, with the not Jaden Daniels, but the Jalen Hurts injury.
Yeah.
Then we got I got another question, man. You know how we do at the end of the show. We got a question we got to ask. So we'll see. Look at this. We got some fans in here today. Man, it's time to get to these quick hits. Let's get it. First off, the Miami Heat suspended Jimmy Butler for missing the team's flight today. Mace, if you know you've watched Jimmy over the years, this is definitely Jimmy Butler. And I'm not talking about who's always missing flights because that's not him. Jimmy is, I'm gonna make y'all trade me. You saw what he did. I think in Chicago, he didn't really go off. He knew what it was.
Yeah.
But he was cool there. You know what I'm saying? He understood. But when he went to Minnesota, what did he say? Talking to the owner. Y'all want to trade me? This is who I am. This is, you know, all of that good stuff.
Yeah.
And he went to Philly. I don't think he raised a lot in Philly. He would just get on the players in Philly.
Yeah.
He
wears out his welcome.
Yeah,
he wears out his welcome.
He does.
Yeah.
And then, of course, with Miami. So he's trying to get out. This is what he wants. This is what he's trying to do. But it'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? Now, the word on the street is Miami is really trying to trade him. They're waiting right now for they need a third or fourth team to come in and help. So I feel like they're putting Phoenix. They changed the schedule today and put Phoenix on his ESPN game coming up next on the 5th. Kind of lets me know that Bill's going to be traded, and I think Jimmy's going there. It's like a hint. I just feel it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, why would you want Jimmy Butler? I mean, if we really keeping it a buck, and this is what's wrong with the NBA. This is what's wrong with the NBA. Your quote unquote star players, when they're tired, when they're done, they force their way to other organizations. Just terrible. And at what point, when you trade Jimmy, is he not happy in his new situation? Then he's gonna cut up again. I mean, we've seen his behavior. We've seen his pattern of behavior. James Harden did it. Mm-hmm. This guy's doing it. I mean, this is why people wonder why everybody's over the NBA. This is why. Yeah. This is why. I don't care where he goes. I'm not watching. Who cares? I don't care. I'm over it.
Right. Yeah. He acted up because I think he came out and said he wanted to stay there. When it first started, he wanted to stay in Miami, but They were like,
We
we're not
only
gonna
want
give
to
you
stay
what
in
you
Miami
want.
because of the weather.
Yeah.
But he don't want to deal with Pat Riley, and this is just culture for the NBA.
It is. It's all
Yeah,
it is.
Vince, I had to set them up. I got bad eyes, Vince. I've been watching Tubi all day, so yeah, I can't cut that ring light on. Yeah, so I had to dim the mood, and I don't have my glasses on today, so yeah, sensitive to light.
Moving on. We're not gonna spend a lot of time on this because
Yeah,
but Jacksonville
we're
Jaguars,
over it.
yeah, they fired GM Trent Baalke after 4 years.
About time.
That's what I say. About time.
Yeah.
It's about time. And that was the only way they was gonna get another coach.
And that's it. I mean, how many coaches probably turned down interviews and basically were like, if Trent Baalke is going to be there, I don't want no part of that job. I mean, how many GMs honestly get to hire a third coach?
Right.
You get one and you lucky to get two. Usually you gone. This will be the third hire that this guy would have made. He's been terrible everywhere he's been. Everywhere. I say this all the time. Terrible organizations do terrible things, and it starts up top. Just again, all we gotta do is look at the Washington Commanders. They changed owners, and in 1 year, they're playing for the NFC Championship.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
It's ownership. It's leadership. Yeah. Like Shad Khan is looking around like, why don't nobody want this job? This is like only 32 of these jobs in the country. Nobody wants this job. Yeah, because it's the guy you got the guy you got running your organization. So we should part ways with this guy.
Yeah, we should start seeing everyone say, all right, we start seeing interviews and everything happen now. So
Now somebody wants the job.
Yep.
Now somebody's willing to take
somebody with a job, yeah. Because it's an attractive job. It's just you don't want to.
I ain't gonna say it's attractive. I mean, it is one of 32 jobs, but I don't know how attractive it is.
The only reason why I say that because I think the defense can be nice. I mean, they got a defense you can work with. You get the right guy there. Yes, Trevor Lawrence hasn't been played as well, but I mean, he's still decent. Pretty much, if you get the right coach, he can play. We've seen him play well. When they went on that run in the playoffs, but they got talent. The wide receiver, they finally got with Brian Thomas.
Oh yeah, now they hit that.
Yeah, they hit that, and they
knocked that out the ball.
Yeah, so you got weapons. You know what I'm saying? You got some talent there. So
Baalke.
It was just Baalke. Yeah, it was just Baalke.
If he gets another job, there's proof that he has like hidden emails or photos of everybody in the NFL. If he gets a job, like it's no way this guy should be working in the NFL ever again in the GM capacity.
Nah, I agree.
No way.
I agree.
So we'll be watching.
Last but not least, we have CC Sabathia, New York Yankees, and he played with the Cleveland Indians. We have Ichiro Suzuki, who played with the Seattle Mariners, and then we have Billy Wagner, my bad, who played for the Astros and the Mets as well. So they all made the they made the Cooper sign, but it's Baseball Hall. What is it? Baseball Hall of Fame. Okay, Baseball Hall of Fame. Ichiro should have got. I don't know why. It was one voter that didn't vote Ichiro.
They listen. When Derek Jeter won the unanimous select, it's always one writer who like, I ain't doing it. So
you think they did it because of Jeter?
Well, not I'm saying Jeter. If Jeter didn't get was a unanimous.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, they was like
none of these guys like it's gonna be some goofy writer somewhere. Nah, I don't agree with it.
So when I'm able to, hopefully this soon, vote for the Hall of Fame. They don't do that in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, but if they did do that, Aaron Rodgers, I'll be that one guy. No. So, but anyway, all right, man, that wraps up quick hits. So
Hey,
yeah, I'm
Vince,
funny, dog.
first song I'm going with when I start my Quiet Storm out, I'm doing Babyface, doing Whip Appeal. Starting with Babyface, then I'm going Al Be Sure. Yeah, like that. Yeah, straight like that.
Right. That one that didn't vote for Ichiro was Kennesaw Mountain Landis. Hey, bro, I was tripping, but anyway, all right, man.
It always happens.
So we saw two coaches go off the board.
Yeah.
Y'all see me smiling. And
Yeah, y'all had to see when he got it in real time.
bruh.
We were on Radio Row for the college for the national championship game. He get the alert like we're recording, and he's like, "What? What? You get alert? You get alert? No, we got Ben Johnson."
Bruh.
This guy was like elated. He got his man.
Yeah, man.
He got his man for sure.
And so here's the thing, like, yeah, I know I said it the other day, that I wanted Kingsbury, but Ben was next. You know, I wanted Ben if we couldn't get Kingsbury. So it was either one of the two. So it was to me, I looked at it as the Bear Bowl. Who's going to get, you know, which of these offensive coordinators are going to Chicago?
Right.
Ben got there. Aaron Glenn, now he just was hired by the New York Jets. He's going home. This is where he's first drafted. So only makes sense. So Mace, okay. This is my thing. Because I was excited. I was jealous. You know how I was. I was excited.
Yeah, you all over the place.
And the reason why
Bears hat on.
Yeah, the reason why I was excited is because the Bears, we hadn't gone after a young, hot offensive coordinator, I don't think, in our existence. You might say Adam Gase, and Jacob can help me out with this. Adam Gase was hot, not like this. Adam Gase was just like,
Adam
okay.
Gase was a joke.
It was like this guy's looking nice because he came from Denver, right? And it was like, but we all know
he was Peyton Manning's whipping boy.
Peyton, yeah,
that was Peyton. Adam Gase had nothing to do with that. Stop.
Right. So then everybody say, well, what about Matt Nagy? Because Matt Nagy came in and won 12 games first, but he wasn't. Andy Reid was calling him plays. Matter of fact, I think that year Matt Nagy wasn't even the offensive coordinator for like about a couple of games because the offensive coordinator got a job. So no, whatever. But now we go after Ben Johnson, who was the hottest offensive coordinator out there and the hottest coaching prospect out there, which Bears don't normally do. So you see the changing of the guard. You know, I still kind of want, I want Miss McCaskey to go ahead and sell the team, but either or. That's true too. But I wanted somebody young and somebody that's, at least we can say, hey, we went after him. Just like I was with Caleb. We went after Caleb. I ain't gonna lie. Even when we went after Trubisky, I was mad that we got Trubisky, but I was just happy. At least the Bears saw a quarterback they like, even though I didn't want him.
Should have took Deshaun Watson. Should have took Deshaun.
We should have. I mean, at
the time should have took Deshaun. We don't know all that stuff now. They're probably not doing massages in
Chicago like that. Chicago like they play anyway. Yeah, they don't play anyway. So and they taught you don't snitch. You snitch. Snitches get stitched. That's how they believe in Chicago. So anyway, so we go after Caleb. I'm happy. What if Caleb don't work out? Oh well, we went after number one quarterback, but we got the hottest. I'm glad. Now we go after the hottest offensive coordinator. So I just feel like, right, Jeremy, I just feel like we're at a point where the Bears are changing over. So that's what I'm happy about. So I was so excited about that.
Yeah.
But I didn't process it. So now, after a couple of days, I'm still happy about it. My only thing, and the thing that I'm nervous about, is can we? Not can we, but he has to establish a culture.
Yeah.
And you hope he learns something from Dan Campbell of bringing that culture here.
Yeah.
Now, what I do like is they've been saying that he already had his staff pretty much ready. Like he was going to go after Dennis Allen, depending on if he was coming to Chicago or not. If he was going to the South, like to Jacksonville, or if he was going somewhere sunny, he had a different type of coordinator.
Right.
So he's calculated. That's already a plus. You know what I'm saying? Then the fact that today he talked about beating Matt LaFleur twice. He knows the assignment. Beat the Packers. The only other coach that came and did that was Lovey, when Lovey said we will beat the Green Bay Packers the first day after he got hired at his press conference. So you know the assignment. That's already good. So all I'm saying is
he wasn't into massages when he came out of Clemson. Yeah. He was the cleanest prospect ever.
That was Houston. That's the South.
Yeah,
Houston had him like that.
He picked up them habits. They wouldn't be doing that in Chicago.
But like I said, he just needs to establish the culture. I want him to. It looks like he's doing that. And if he does that, it's his way. I mean, not necessarily his way, but a way to where we all follow it. The Bears are all following it. I'm in love with it. Your thoughts?
I mean, a lot of pressure going to be on it because I think with his name, people automatically assume that the offense is going to be just like it was in Detroit. And everybody has to understand is the team has to be structured in a way. You got to build, you got to build the trenches, both sides. Has to make sure that Caleb understands what he wants from his quarterback.
Right.
If you get everybody to buy it, you talk about the culture. If he can come in and, like I said, everybody get out your mind that the offense, like if his first few weeks they not averaging 40 points a game, everybody can't be like, oh my God, this is a terrible hire.
Yeah.
You got to let him come in and you have to let him cook. As everybody talking about let Russ cook, let Ben cook. So it's him and Poles. They have to get together and how do we want to construct this team? What do you want this team to look like? So it's getting the right pieces in place for him to make the kind of run that they made in Detroit. And it's all about you got to put the right pieces in place. So I just don't want everybody, because you know how microwave society we are. 2 weeks into the season, oh my God, this guy can't call plays. You know it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But everybody they have to be patient. He has to construct this team in his vision.
Yeah. And the thing is,
I don't know if it's enough of that.
Yeah, it's not enough. What up, Antoine? Good point. We need in a slot like James Williams, offensive line apart. Yeah, I mean, and like you said, it'll happen. It's not we're not the microwave society. So, what it is, but we don't want it to be. I will say this though. I will say this. If we get Hank Fraley? Hank Fraley, the offense coordinator, which that's the rumor that he's bringing him in, the Detroit Lions offensive line coach. We're already heading in the right direction.
Well, I'm pretty sure Ben gonna be calling the plays. I think that probably was one of the stipulations.
Yeah,
he don't call the plays.
But we need an offensive line coach to get like they did Detroit, and that's the word we're gonna bring him, which is great. So, and then right now too, now you have this hot coordinator. This will start bringing players. This might bring players, offensive linemen. Hey, I want to go to Chicago now. They might have something,
right?
So we'll see. Now on the other end, Aaron Glenn. I think it was the right situation for him. Defensive coordinator, hot defensive coordinator. You go to a team that looks pretty good. Defensively already, they've been good. You don't think just been good? They finished.
No, go look at that defense. That defense was terrible at the end of the season. terrible.
No, it was terrible, but they gave up, dog. They gave up. They
Yeah,
weren't
but, I mean,
they weren't playing for him. But they were
Sauce super overrated. I mean, you know, he got to get a quarterback. Got to get a quarterback.
yeah, he got to get a quarterback. But
And Woody Johnson is his owner, who's not a good owner.
yeah,
Not a good owner.
he's not.
He's not. They're not.
The only good thing is that's his boy. They cool. He know him, so it's kind of like family. Because they did Robert.
Yeah, but Woody need to get out the way, and they need to listen to Aaron and let Aaron construct this team.
Hopefully they do. Yeah.
The way he sees that this team needs to be constructed. But again, first and foremost, he got to get a quarterback. You cannot win in this league without a quarterback.
Right.
You just can't do it.
Right. Yeah, and you're right, Antoine. That's how it is. That's everybody wants that, and you're right, Jacob. If hopefully Aaron leaves,
no way he'd probably first order of business, get Aaron Rodgers out this building.
He probably saying that too.
Get Aaron Rodgers out this building immediately.
Because I wonder what's their draft position, if anybody knows.
Oh, let me see. No, they got a top 10. I think they got a top 10 pick.
They have to.
Yeah. Let me see here.
They have to. And depending on where they are, I wouldn't. They should be like what, 5, 6? I'm thinking.
They're 7th.
7th.
They are 7th.
Well, I mean, they might. You know what I'm saying? And
they know Mike. They got to.
Let me ask you: did Deion say he don't? Is the Jets one of the teams he don't want them to go to?
I don't know. Who Deion think he Archie Manning now?
Right. Yeah, that's what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what he's saying. But either or, like I said, he gets another quarterback, and then because you already got a running back, because they're pretty much kind of ready. You got to get the right coach.
Yeah, skill wise, I mean, you got Garrett Wilson, you got Breece Hall.
Yeah.
Got to get a quarterback. Got to fix that offensive line. Offensive line is not good. That's a project.
Yeah,
that's a project. A lot of pretty names on defense. Can he get these guys? Like say, Sauce Gardner has lost all confidence. He was awful all year.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
And that's why you get Aaron Glenn, because probably Aaron Glenn could get him back to where he needs to be, because he need to get some toughness first of all. Because Sauce,
where you got to stay out of commercials? I mean,
that joker stay hurt. That joker get hurt every game. I mean, he
he's
like Anthony Davis.
He like 25.
Yeah, he like Anthony Davis. Like, Anthony Davis, he'd get hurt, had to limp off, and this is like, come on, dog. Never fails. They might need a tight end.
They need listen, that team. It's gonna be a tough year one for Aaron Glenn in his regime. Year one's going to be tough.
So, how do you think the Lions fare now with their guys going? How far do they drop back in the middle of the pack in the NFC? And when I mean middle, or drop back in the pack as far as a playoff team, but they're not the team like to beat anymore.
I mean, hopefully they hire in-house. Hopefully he knew this was coming, and he already have guys in position who, hey, you worked under Ben, now you're the offensive coordinator. You worked under Aaron, now you're the defensive coordinator. So you kind of keep the train rolling. The good thing for Detroit, I mean, their roster is solid. They made this kind of run with basically 18 defensive players hurt all season. So gonna be a quick fix. But how do you if you're OC, I mean, you look at the toys you got to play with. I mean, ain't gonna be that hard to call plays, but you got to tell Jared Goff brother, you got to take better care of the football.
Right.
When it matters most, you got to take better care of the football. So we'll
But
see.
I will say this though, coordinators matter, and I know
They
the
do,
Bears-
but when you got pieces, part of the problem, we get these guys, and he's supposed to be this innovative OC, but hell, he don't have no quarterback, he don't have no receivers,
So-
he don't have these type.
I-
You got a top 10 offensive line, you got a stud set receiver, and then you got Jared Goff.
but
You could be
defensive.
worse.
But what about defensively? Because the year Lovey got fired, right? We hired this guy named, I really ain't supposed to say his name because he was abandoned in my house, but Mark Trestman is the head coach for the Bears. He takes over. The offense does well because we have, like you said, the pieces and Cutler. We have Brandon Marshall, Alshon Jeffrey, Matt Forte. So they do pretty good. They were pretty good that year. Very good. Defensively, we had the pieces because we were like top 5 in defense, like we always are. We bring in what's my man name? The coach that coached Michigan State, who just got fired.
Little buddy.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. We bring him in. Our defense fall from top 5 to 29th.
Yeah.
This attention to detail.
Yeah.
And so it kind of depends on who you have, who, that matters.
And that's why I think you stay in-house, because you can know somebody, the players already know him, the structure is already in place, and you just keep rolling, you keep building. That's what I would do. If I'm Detroit, I'm not trying to bring in some dude and all of a sudden he look at our weapons, he like, okay, Jahmyr Gibbs, make you a slot receiver.
Right.
I'll make you a slot receiver. Yeah.
No, don't keep it how you are, because you do have those coordinators that come in. Oh, let me. Oh, I got a bright idea. Let me do this.
Yeah, it happened in Atlanta. It happened here.
Yeah.
So yeah, it happens.
Yeah. No, that's true. That's true.
It happened in Philly when Slowick left. You start looking like, oh, this team looked totally different.
So speaking of Atlanta, they signed Jeff Ulbrich as their defensive coordinator. He's coming back home, as you mentioned. A lot of folks were upset with this. Tell me how you feel.
It seems like a Raheem hire. He hires his guys. He hires guys he's comfortable with. Maybe he hadn't been gone from the building too long, so it's a lot of familiarity with the players and him. With them, depending on. He got to get players. They need another corner. Simmons was not. You look at the Simmons pick. The Simmons signing last year really didn't work. Are you ever gonna fix the defensive end? Are you gonna get pressure? You gonna, how you feel about your linebackers? Again, you definitely need another corner opposite AJ. Raheem is a defensive coach, so kind of start with Ra. So he brings his guy in. We're gonna see how that works. I didn't like it. I thought it was other guys, especially guys that they interviewed, who would probably be better fits. But the coaching is relationships all the time. You want a guy that you're comfortable with, a guy that y'all can bounce off deals off of.
Yeah.
Y'all not gonna bump heads and I gotta end up firing you again. So for Ra, I guess this works for Ra. Shout out to Ra.
Shout out. Because I know I do know the fact that I thought Steve Wilkes would have worked.
I think Steve Wilkes would have been an awesome hire.
I thought that's who he's going to get. Honestly, I'm like, yeah, this looks like they're going to get. But Jeff, like you said, he works. He's not bad. We don't know if that was a solid team defense and all of that. But when he was with the Jets, them years he was there as a defense coordinator. They were fifth, number one. You know what I'm saying? So they were there. But
good luck with that.
Good luck.
Because Atlanta fans, they got the quarterback, the offense is exciting. You got to fix that defense. And again, Ra is a defensive coach. Your head coach, his side of the ball, his area expertise, that side of the ball, should be very good because that's his baby. But we'll see.
Because it always seems like, because you remember we saw this a lot where you will see a defensive coordinator we saw with, or offensive coordinator. Offensive coordinator come in, the defense is the best defense in the NFL. The offense sucks. Defensive coordinator take over the team. The offense is great. Defense sucks. We saw with Bill Belichick. Billick. Remember when
Brian Billick.
Brian Billick with Baltimore. Offensive genius. Come to Baltimore. Defense is number one. Offense sucks.
Well, I mean, he had Tony Banks at the quarterback and Trent Dilfer. How good was the offense going to be?
Elvis Gerback, right.
I mean, he had Quadri Ismail at receiver. Like, thank God he had Jamal Lewis. Hey, we can run Jamal 7,000 times. We'll be fine.
Right. Hey.
Kyle Pitts stat line, 25 catches. 350 yards, 4 touchdowns. But hopefully, Michael Penix will unlock the unicorn. Maybe he'll finally become a unicorn. We don't know. Has he checked out? I mean, do Kyle Pitts really want to be in Atlanta? Interesting questions.
Yeah. Him around nothing. He burns. I don't know, man. I wonder if he can be that guy. If Penix can help him out.
We're about to find out. You would hope. You would hope.
But see, that's why I say, and maybe it was too early to put in, but now, if you're Zach Robinson has to put in bootlegs. You have to put in a bootleg, the play action pass, a quarterback waggle, or what have you, because you got a mobile quarterback, which will benefit your tight end.
Yeah. Well, he's not that mobile. He can move. He not that mobile. And
right.
He don't want to be mobile.
But when I mean mobile, you're right. But mobile enough to where you can do that. He's better than.
Yeah. But he really don't want to do that. He want to operate from the pocket.
He like the pocket.
Yeah, he don't want to do that. Me personally, I think Kyle Pitts should change his number. I've said that since his rookie year. He need to go back to 84. He need to get out that single digit. Like, he is not a single digit player. Single digits are for guys who be balling.
Balling, right.
He need a tight end number. They need to give him the ugliest number they got in Atlanta. Like, yeah, Kyle Pitts, that's your number. And maybe he'll then ball. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I think he's mobile enough to do it. That's all I'm saying. Because, for instance, you want to look at Tom Brady as mobile, but he could do it. Look, now I know it was back in the day, but Joe Montana was mobile enough to do it, and that joker ain't mobile. You know,
he was way more athletic. See, the thing with Penix, and I mean, if people really watch him, after that second knee injury, he was like,
he don't want to be mobile. That's the thing. He don't want to be mobile. Yeah.
I know how to get the ball out. I can read the defense. I do a boot here and there. I do a sprint out. But nah, all that pulling the ball down, I ain't doing that. Nah. No, I'm just going to throw it away. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what it was. I think he's.
Jerry said, yeah, that man, listen. That man do not want to get back under that knife. And even though ACL surgery nice, nothing like it used to be. You get the big ass zip on your knee, and it took 2 years to recover from ACL. But yeah, Michael Penix don't want that smoke no more. He like, bruh, whatever is going to keep me upright and not having to get carted off this field ever again. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Yeah. Yeah. I ain't with it.
So you ain't with it?
I know how Penix feel.
Right.
Penix, he probably hit him play like kill. We ain't doing that. I ain't doing that.
Right, Jeremy. Right.
Bijan. Inside give, inside zone. No, I'm not doing that. No.
Yeah, bro. That I ain't doing that, bro. I'm like, so yeah, man. So we gonna see though. Like I said, I think he can. I think Jeff is gonna be a better hire than most people think, though. And then you put on the head just for the simple fact that they know how to work together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The language.
This is guy. This is guy.
Yeah, that's his guys. You know, I think what was DC the name that left Atlanta?
Lake. Jimmy Lake. Mm-hmm.
Jimmy Lake was more of a he was like your uncle, that went in the military, and that's how he was, dog. You should see him.
They called Jimmy Lake. They told Jimmy Lake, hey, yeah, come fight on this sword, big dog. I don't want to fire you, but I gotta fire you because I don't want to get fired. We gotta blame the season on somebody. We're gonna blame it on you, Jimmy Lake. Are you prepared to fall on this sword, sir?
Right.
It is what it is, big dog. You know how this works. It's a saying in coaching. Every coach, this a creed you have to take as a coach. You get hired to get fired. You're gonna get fired at some point. You get hired to get fired. So, coaching mantra.
Oof.
Yeah, I mean,
hey, one more time, dog.
You get hired to get fired. Every coach is going to get fired. Every coach. Part of it.
Part of it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
that's the life. When you
look,
sign up for this job, you take that oath. It's like when you in the mob, prick your finger. Blood in, blood out. This is the job.
All right, man. Well, we're about to bring someone in.
Hey,
I guarantee you, the team he covers, their coach is not getting fired.
Nah, but he's been fired before.
Yeah, but
yeah, I mean, he's been fired before. It happens.
It happens.
Bill Belichick got fired. I mean, he's the greatest ever. He got fired.
Yep. The only coach before we bring him in, the only coach that really hadn't got fired. Wait, did he? Nope. It's Bill Walsh. I could think of in the new millennium. You know, that's about it, right? And Pittsburgh Steelers coaches.
They kind of forced Bill out the door.
No, he retired after he won. Remember?
Yeah, but they could remember. They like, hey, we can't let Seafood get out of here. How many more years you got, big dog? Hey, it's time.
Well, I was too young to know. But anyway, man.
Look here, dog. Hey, let's wrap this up, Bill. Let's wrap this up.
He just won 2 chips. All right, it's time to go.
Let's wrap this up, man.
Right.
I got this genius over here with these glasses on. I got this.
Was killing him with the whatchamacallit, the bands or he was killing him with that, boy. Anyway.
Shout out to George Seifert.
Shout out to George Seifert, man. All right, man. We got to bring in a special guest. This is my guy, man. This is a guy that I learned a lot from. But enough of all that mushy stuff. This guy here covers the Kansas City Chiefs and is the main man with the Chiefs. This man interview everyone. I've seen this man interview everyone in the locker room. I swear he has a line and they just waiting for him to go. He gets him, okay, next, him, next, and be having dressing competitions with the players and everything. So none other than Mr. Darren Smith. What's going on, sir?
What's going on, fellas? Thank you so much for having me.
Suits be tight.
Oh yeah,
I appreciate that. Thank you so
much.
High
fashion, big dog. High fashion.
Yeah, I give a shout out to my guy Todd White, man. It's because of him. You know, he makes sure.
It is.
Make sure.
Shout out to Todd White. How you feeling, man? Everything good?
Yeah, man. Just waiting for Sunday to get here, man. I can't believe it's just Wednesday. So, I'm ready to get this thing out the way, man. You know what I'm saying? The Chiefs either going or they not. But I'm tired of waiting around. And it's funny. I get mad every year because I know it rotates. You know, like, okay, are they playing the early game or the late game? And I forgot that we played the early game last year, but since the game was in Baltimore, it was a 3:00 kickoff. By the time we got through it, everything, it was 6:30, so it felt like a night game. You know, by the time we finished everything, and then of course post game being on the field and everything, it was dark. So I'm sitting thinking, okay, cool, we got the early game until I realized, nah, we were first.
Yeah,
so
y'all were first, right? Yeah,
you know, which I can lie, a lot of times I hate that because I'm like, I don't want to know. You know, I want us to be the ones that have to sit back and wait to see who we're going to play. I don't like it being the other way around. One team was already in there. Now it's like, okay, because I remember I think we lost to the Patriots that year in 2018 like that, and I think it was. No, we ended up losing to Cincinnati. That was the other AFC Championship game we had lost, and it was. I say we just because I'm covering the team, but yeah, I hate that. I just hate the late games because for me it feels like it puts more pressure. Like, come on, man, go on, blow this team out so we can, so I can get so I can get everything confirmed for saying for 2 weeks from now. So,
yeah. Well, let me ask you, man. Although the Chiefs were, basically they were almost perfect as far as they were 15-1 this shit. 16-1, right?
And 15-2. They
15. Oh, they lost. They lost.
They let JV play the last game.
They gave that away.
Played the last game.
They gave that away. Yeah, they gave that away. But they were almost
good did for Denver, huh?
Right. But still, we still didn't see that same Chiefs team that we're accustomed to of blowing people out, blowing the teams out that they should blow out, or winning convincingly. What was different? What was different, or what is different about this Chiefs team this year?
Well, you got to remember last year they weren't really blowing teams out either because last year I think they led the league in drop passes, and and Mahomes had he had a shaky start as well. So this year I would say you got to remember the Chiefs lost 3 of their top players early in the season. They lost Hollywood Brown, who was supposed to be their number 1 receiver coming into this year. Well, number 2, I guess, if you look at Rashee Rice, but their outside threat, they lost him the opening play preseason against Jacksonville, and then Patrick Mahomes literally took out Rashee Rice on trying to recover a fumble in the second game against the Los Angeles Chargers, and then the team ended up losing Isaiah Pacheco a few weeks later. And lost him for the majority of the season. And so, so how the team was supposed to look, based after what took place last year, you're supposed to have a team that starts with Hollywood Brown, Xavier Worthy, and Pacheco, along with Rashee Rice. Well, the good thing is the players that they end up picking up, they pick up Juju, who had already knew the offense because he won a Super Bowl with the team 2 years earlier. And then you bring in DeAndre Hopkins in a trade, and then you bring in Kareem Hunt. Now, you got those players in, filling those voids, but also you end up getting Hollywood back and you end up getting Isaiah Pacheco back. So now the offense is even bigger and better, on HGA or whatever, than what was supposed to be coming into the game. And with the exception of Rashee Rice, and of course, the team lost Sky Moore and McCole Hardman, but they still had those, but they were role players and not significant players on the squad. To where now, you can kind of pick your poison with this, with this offense and how you want to go. And to be quite honest, I saw Rashee Rice in the locker room today. It's like, hey man, can you talk to the players? Make sure they get through Sunday, man. We could use you in a couple of weeks. So, he won't be able to come back, but it was good to see him and see him in good spirits and stuff. So,
Darren, one of the things as we came upon the draft after Worthy runs this fast for the time, and everybody pretty much was like, please don't let him go to the Kansas City Chiefs. Like, why would y'all let the Kansas City Chiefs get their hands on this guy? Somebody pick him. How good has Xavier Worthy been for this offense this season?
He's been good. The fact that he's been able to stay healthy, first and foremost, and not a lot has been put on him, and this kind of goes with what happened with Rashee Rice. Rashee, a lot wasn't expected of him, but as the season progressed, you could see, taking incremental steps to where he was, okay, this is starting to become a go-to guy. And it's picked up, over the last month and a half of the season. And so you saw a lot of people saw in the Houston playoff game that they essentially took out, because they were trying to make sure they didn't get beat up top, but they took out Juju, they took out D-Hop, they took out Hollywood Brown to where they didn't have any receptions. I think really the only players that kind of stood out stat-wise would have been Xavier on a couple of plays and Travis Kelce. And so, but that's how potent the Chiefs offense is to where, like even if you try to clamp those 3 players down, they can still beat you with other players. That's how much depth that they have right now.
Crazy.
Mace, go ahead and ask your other question. Because it fits right with this.
Gotta ask about Spags because this guy is, I mean, don't get comfortable because he bringing the house. At some point, he gonna bring the house. But my question for you, there, is he just cool with being a DC? Does he want an opportunity to be a head coach again, or he likes what he's doing right now?
No, I ask him that every year. Yeah, he wants to be a head coach again. Now, look, for somebody who's done it before, sometimes I ask him, and Matt Nagy is one too. I know he ended up, and they both interviewed for head coaching gigs during the bye week for them.
Oh, okay.
The thing that bothers me is that it's like you got it good right now,
Right.
and but here's the biggest part. You have to worry about all the other nonsense. Like Nagy, you just focus on the offense, especially and like all the head coach stuff that falls on Nagy Reid to where now look, if you want that opportunity again, I get it. I'm not mad at you, but you know that the team that you go to, if you get hired, it's not going to have a good quarterback or not going to have a quarterback at all. And it's like, do you really want to put yourself on that type of stress again? To where, it's like, is it really worth it to where you can just stick with the winning and put, and consider to build your resume? Because if he wins, if he gets a chance, if the Chiefs are fortunate enough to win this game and then win the Super Bowl, that would be 5 Super Bowl titles for Spags as a coordinator. So,
right. Right. All right, man. So we here. It's Sunday. Talked about it. You can't wait. What are the keys to a victory for the Chiefs?
Well, offensively, I'd like for them to not start off slow. I mean, I would say they got all their rust out last week against the Houston Texans, but make sure that they converted on third downs and that they're not trading touchdowns for field goals. So, if you get in the red zone, you got to be able to punch the ball in. If obviously for some reason, you get stalled out the 30, 40-yard line, okay, kick the field goal. But you can't in turn be trading field goals for touchdowns against the Buffalo Bills because they know that they don't have a chance of beating Kansas City unless they're putting 7 up on the scoreboard every week. Defensively, obviously, everything starts and ends with Josh Jacobs in that running game. Josh Allen in that running game. But James Cook has been exceptionally has been an exceptional running back this season, especially during the playoffs. So, if you can force Josh Allen, and the one thing that the Chiefs have been good at this season has been containing the running game, and running backs in general. So the thing is, you don't want to let Josh Allen be the one beating you on his legs. You want him, if he's going to beat you, if he's going to beat the Chiefs, they need to force him to throw the football and make him be turnover prone, even though he hasn't been that this season, but revert back to it because at the end of the day, he's going to do something that's gonna, that's gonna be a game changer, whether it's a big pass or a run or something where you can force him into it. And I don't really see him fumbling the football, but force him into an interception. I think that's going to be key in the special teams. Just ball control. Talking to actually all the players today that I talked to, and I posted, they all said the same thing. Saying you just got to protect the ball. You just can't turn the football over against this team. That's one thing that they've been known and they've been good at this season is forcing turnovers, and that's essentially how they beat the Chiefs in Buffalo earlier late last year after Week 11.
All right, man. Well, before we let you go, any prediction? What's your prediction of this game?
Chiefs win. I mean, I don't really care the score. I mean, it's obvious, man. I'm, not that I'm a homer or anything, but selfishly, it benefits me if they win. So yeah.
Hey, what we always say, we tell the truth and shame the devil on this show. So hey, man, I appreciate it. All right.
I'm saying that I want the Chiefs to win. It makes going to New Orleans that much better. I'm not trying to go down and cover no damn Buffalo Bills. I was like going to LA and having to cover the Bengals. It was like, yeah, I was just there.
I'll cover that New England LA Rams game.
I didn't mind that. That was my first time.
Oh, that was your first. Okay. But yeah, man. Well, hey, we appreciate you, sir. Make sure y'all follow Darren Smith at Darren Smith NFL. And hey, man, hopefully we'll be talking to you in New Orleans, man, about Chiefs.
All right, sounds good. Thank you so
All
much,
right.
family.
No problem. Appreciate you, man.
Our guy.
All right. So we got another guest coming on. So we had Darren Smith for Kansas City Chiefs. Now we got to bring in someone else for the Buffalo Bills, and this is a mentor of mine. And enough of that mushy stuff. Mr. Pat, you ready? Right? We got to bring in none other than
There you go.
Mighty Oba Patrick Freeman. What's going on,
There
Pat?
you go.
What's happening?
There you go.
Pat. So
Yeah.
we just got done talking to Darren Smith, who covers the Chiefs, of course, and of course, like you say, you cover the Buffalo Bills, credential for the Bills. I want to ask you, what makes this Bills team different from the years past?
I think Sean McDermott. I think Sean McDermott has this is his best coaching job. I don't think they have the talent, especially on the defensive side, that they want. They had a lot of changes. People did not expect the Bills team to be this far. And I think, I've told Sean McDermott, I think this is his best coaching job. And and especially on the back end. And if I'm the Kansas City Chiefs, I'm attacking the Bills cornerbacks and their safeties. I think their safeties you took a huge drop off from having Jordan Poyer and Micah Hyde. These are guys that held down those positions at all pro levels for 7 years. And you replace them with a Taylor Rapp and DeMar Hamlin, which is a great story, but he's not a great player. That's the problem. He's not a great player.
Tell the truth,
He's a very good guy, and it's a great story. He's not a great player. So if I'm Patrick Mahomes, I'm going Travis Kelce crazy.
Find a number 3.
He didn't come to Buffalo and do that, but I also think that Kansas City can turn it on and off when they really want to. I really do believe that. And I think the Bills are going to have their hands full, but the Bills going to play hard. That's what they do.
Right.
They're going to play hard. Sean McDermott teams play hard, and they've got a very good offensive line. Very good offensive line. But that game could have went either way. Even though the Bills won the game, if you look at that game, Kansas City still could have won that game at any point in time, almost to the end. But the Bills are going to play hard. They're not afraid of playing in Kansas City. They lost that game there with 13 seconds left. And, I agree with Darren. I think Kansas City, to me, is still the favorite in this game. I think the Bills are going to have to play a lot better than they did last week because quiet as is kept, if Baltimore Ravens don't turn over the ball 3 times, they probably win that game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I didn't understand that from, the game on how they played it, and I thought the Bills played very conservative. And if you look at the stats, really, those turnovers really dictated that entire game. And that can happen in big games. I don't think you're going to see that from Kansas City. Sean McDermott has never beaten Andy Reid in the playoffs. Never. I mean, that's an albatross he's carrying. But this is by far Sean McDermott's best coaching job because they lost a lot of talent, a lot of veteran players, and they've done quite well this season. They've gotten further than I think anybody thought they would. I did not think they would beat the Ravens. I picked the Ravens last week. And I thought the Ravens beat themselves more than the Bills beat them. And Kansas City just does not need to beat themselves. They don't need to turn the ball over. I do believe that Kansas City will be the team that's going to give the Bills a fit this week, even though the Bills have a very good offensive line, no question about it. But if they can force Josh Allen to make mistakes like Darren was saying, Josh, even though he has not turned the ball over, you get him desperate, that's when he makes mistakes. And I think Kansas City has the personnel to force you to do that. So that's something the Bills have to avoid, those types of circumstances this week.
Whew. Pat, I got to ask you about my favorite position, the wide receivers. Are the fans, are they good with Keon Coleman? I think, when he was drafted, it was like, okay, he's coming in, he's going to replace these guys. But it ended up being Khalil Shakir that's been making all the plays.
Well, Khalil Shakir is a ball player.
Woo!
There's no question about that. But what hurt Keon Coleman was the injury. That arm injury set him back about 4 weeks. Before that, Keon Coleman is a very physical player. He's going to be just fine.
Okay.
Just fine. The injury, what people got to realize at the pro game, when these pro players get hurt, you're playing at a pro level. Then you got to rehab to try to get back to that level.
Right.
And you can't replace the speed of the game watching it. And once you're off that field, you can see the drop off in these guys. I think Keon is going to be very, very good. I do believe that injury set him back a little bit. It's set him back 4 weeks of game time, but I think people are going to be very happy with Keon Coleman. He's a very physical receiver, very big, very confident, very gifted. He's going to do just fine, but Khalil Shakir is just a ball player. You cannot – he don't miss no balls.
No, he doesn't.
You know what I'm saying?
And his route running,
and he's got good feet. He can cut. He cuts like OJ. You remember – if people remember O.J. Simpson, one of the things about O.J. Simpson that was so beautiful,
man,
without his feet leaving the ground.
Yes.
And very few people, Barry Sanders might be one, but Khalil Shakir, he's got the cut ability without his feet leaving the ground, and that makes him a very, very dangerous person after he catches that ball.
So you kind of touched on it as far as basically what they don't need to do, but what do the Bills need to do to win this game?
Well, I think this game is going to really come down to McDermott against Andy Reid, and Andy Reid has beaten McDermott time and time again in the playoffs, and I don't think when the matchups are the Bills match up better against the Kansas City Chiefs than they did against the Baltimore Ravens. Baltimore Ravens are a very physical team.
Yeah.
I think the matchups against Kansas City is kind of similar, but it's going to come down to coaching and my eyesight. Can McDermott outdo his mentor? And Andy Reid is his guy. I mean, this is the guy who gave him a shot. And he's beating him every time in the playoffs. Now, McDermott's beating him in the regular season.
Right.
But this is when it counts.
Money time.
And he just has not beaten. He's gotten close, but he has not been able to beat Andy Reid in the playoffs. And I think it's going to come down to coaching more so than the personnel that's on the field, because they're very similar. Advantage to the Chiefs, I think on the defensive side, they've got more defensive playmakers than we do. They're bigger and more stout at the linebacker position. Terrell Bernard's a great player, but he's a big safety. Dorian Williams is a great player, but he's a big safety. He's not linebacker stout. Matt Milano's hurt again. That's the problem with Matt. Matt's body is giving out. He got a hamstring issue. And you're going into Kansas City, a cold weather city, with a hamstring. Chances of him playing is very unlikely. Also, they told us Monday during the press conference that Christian Benford was in concussion protocol, your starting cornerback. So there's a chance he might not be able to go. So the Bills got some issues, and they have not gotten consistent play out of their defensive line. Their best defensive lineman is Ed Oliver. He played a great game last week. I give it to him. Great game. But AJ Espinoza, sometimes I forget he's on the team. You know what I'm saying? He's on a one-year deal. I wouldn't bring him back. And on the back end, Rasul Douglas, he's had a horrible season. Christian Benford is a 7th-round pick out of Villanova. He's your best cornerback. But at the safety position, like I said, DeMar Hamlin is terrible. It's a great story, but he's not a good football player at the safety position. he doesn't match up replacing a Micah Hyde or Jordan Poyer, who could go down as, I believe, two of the best safety tandems in football. I mean, in the history of the game. I mean, for 7 years, these guys played at an all-pro level. And now it looks like Taylor Rapp has a hip injury. It doesn't look like he's going to be able to play. So you got to go with Bishop, Cole Bishop at the other safety. He's a rookie. I mean, to me, if I'm Andy Reid, I'm killing the Bills on the backside. I'm going right at them from the get-go. You know what I'm saying? And the Bills ain't stopped the run all year. And quiet as it's kept, everybody's saying, well, the Ravens, they stopped Derrick Henry. Dude, look at the stats. By the end of the game, the Ravens were up to 5 yards a carry. The Bills ain't stopped the run this whole year.
They just stopped running.
Yeah, they stopped running. They did Buffalo.
And they ran no running play, no design running plays to Lamar Jackson in money time. It's money time. Right. I'm like, I was expecting to see a couple of Michael Vick plays, but I didn't understand how the Ravens called that game. And that's why I said the Bills did not match up well against the Ravens, but Harbaugh, I think, and his staff blew that game more than anybody else in the turnovers. But the Bills, defensively, they got issues. This is not one of the better. Remember the Leslie Frazier defensive coordinator teams, top 5, top 10 the whole time he was there. This is not a top 10 defense. You can run the football against them. You can throw the football against them. They do force turnovers. Yeah. So, that's where I think the Chiefs have to be careful not turning the ball over. And the more opportunities you give Josh Allen,
he's going to get you.
He's a problem. He is a problem. Big. He's going to get you. He's 6'5", 250, and he can run. And he got a strong arm. And, you've got Khalil Shakur, you've got Amari Cooper, Keon Coleman is back. They've got Dalton Kincaid at the tight end.
Always open. Open.
You've got weapons that can hurt you if you give the ball away. If the Chiefs take care of the football and play the way the Chiefs have played all year, I think the game leans more to the Chiefs. But the Bills, I think, can beat any team as long as you don't make the errors. Detroit made the errors. The Los Angeles Rams beat them in a high-scoring game, but they tried their best to help the Bills win the game, But I don't see the Chiefs doing that. This is money time. I think this is going to be I think it's going to be a very close game. But I believe in my heart that the Bills literally have to play a very good game, and Coach McDermott is going to have to coach the game of his life to beat Andy Reid.
Well, all right, Pat, we definitely appreciate you, man. And
did I kind of tell you who I was picking?
Yeah.
You did.
I read between the lines.
Right. That's why I asked. That's why I asked.
Ain't no need to ask me, right?
Right,
I'm kind of leaning toward, I cover the Bills, but the back end of the Bills is terrible.
Listen, Pat, when you threw DeMar Hamlin under the bus to start,
we already knew where it was.
I already knew you were going.
Dude, he's awful. Awful. Good guy, though. Great story. He almost got in a fight Sunday. I was like, dude, from the Ravens, you want to fight a guy that's come back from the dead? Yeah, you don't do that.
You're going to go to hell if you do that.
Yeah. You don't do that. I mean, DeMar is as good a person as you're going to meet, but that don't mean he's a great football player.
No, it doesn't.
No.
I will say this about DeMar. He keep his Instagram popping. Like his Instagram is unbelievable.
Brother, he's a good person. And he's done. I told him to his face, I felt that what he did after his situation saved the life of LeBron James' son.
Right. I agree.
Think about that.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
Totally
if DeMar did not carry the burden of what happened to him the way he did and has promoted people having the proper precautions on these sidelines during these games, I don't think LeBron James, son. I think LeBron James owes DeMar Hamlin his son's life for what happened.
I've said that about 20 times.
Yes,
Pat.
sir. I agree with you.
Totally agree with you.
But as a football player, a starting safety in the NFL, no. No. He's not that good. And let me tell you where he really, in closing, watch him. He bites on the run fakes. Bites.
Yeah. Real nosy. He
real nosy. Bad.
He real nosy. Yeah,
and you know, in the NFL, if you stick your nose or your eyes in the wrong place,
it's over your head.
Them guys
go. It's a wrap.
It's over your head. And then Pat, it looked even crazy because he wearing that Guardian cap. So that white helmet look even bigger. So he more of a target. Like, man, he can't turn around with that big old thing on his head, man.
He's a good person, though. Good person. I was there in Cincinnati when that happened. It was awful.
What'd you say? Wait, what'd you say? Mace, you said so they hiked the body just looking for the big head. Oh, man, look at it, man. Who got that bobber head on it? Oh, there you go.
Like, how do they wear those things? And I just think Mahomes and Kelsey are gonna present a very difficult and they have not exploited DeAndre Hopkins' talent yet. That guy don't miss no balls.
No, he don't.
I interviewed him in Miami, him and his mom. His hands is bigger than my computer.
Yeah. He just ran across Darius Stingler Jr. last week. I mean, that happens.
Hey.
I mean, he took a day off. Darius Stingler Jr. put the handcuffs on him. It happens.
Hey,
yes,
speaking
but I just see this game leaning towards Kansas City.
I'm sorry.
I cover the Bills, but I tell the truth. I see this game leaning towards Kansas City.
Okay. All right. Cool. Well, Pat, we definitely appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll see y'all in about a week and a half.
See you in a week and a half.
We going to Mothers. Got to go to Mothers while you're in New Orleans.
Hey, we with you. Just let us know.
I think Macy already on the wall of Mothers. So
right.
Everybody. There's no. I just tell. Hey, Macy. Everybody know Maceo.
Oh man. All right, Pat, man. We appreciate you, sir. We'll see you in New Orleans.
Take care.
All right, take care.
All right.
Man. Ooh, boy. Oh,
something wrong with that dude, man.
That's my guy.
Something wrong with that.
But Miss, I don't know if her last name is Hopkins or Jesus. Well, she got a video out now.
DeAndre mama.
Bruh.
She like that.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. Whatever. I ain't gonna lie.
She like it's okay now. She like that.
No. I was gonna say, so I saw her in Arizona at Radio Row. And because they did a special and it just did a special.
I know where this story going. Keep
I'm
going.
like, let me go see it. Let me go say, hey, that's his mama. And I just seen the front of her, but she still looked good, nice. I was like, hey, miss. But I was more just that's his mom. So I asked her handler, whatever, like, can I? But yeah, like, I said, excuse me, I forgot her last name. I think I knew it at the time, but I said, hey, she's like, hey. And I was like, hey, how you doing? I'm Raphael. I watched the special. Just wanted to let you know that was lovely. I enjoyed it. She's like, oh, thank you. I was like, and as I'm talking to her now, I'm looking like, oh, okay. So look, here I go. Yeah, you were and then you were just very beautiful. I think you're very beautiful now. She's like, thank, but they blind your other senses pick up. She was sensing like, oh, this Chucky trying to.
Yeah,
and she just like, okay, like
he trying to feel me out.
Look, she was like, thank you, and oh, nice of you and all that.
Yeah, like move on, pervert.
She was like, okay, like looking like, what you talking about? Like I was like, and I seen her handler looking like,
all right, that's enough, my guy.
Gotta go. Like I was like, all right, but they were cool. I was like, well, thank you again. And she put her hand out for me to hold her hand, shake her hand, and all that.
Right. Yeah. Good, man. Crazy story, man. But like, great energy.
Yeah, great. And that was the thing. Like, honestly, that really attracted me, and just because she was so full of
Dope.
energy. You can see it on TV, and you
Oh,
know,
no doubt
through the
about it. No
TV.
doubt about it. Yeah.
You
Super,
know,
super dope individual. Super dope.
her
Yeah.
sex appeal is off the chain. Anyway, all right, man. I ain't trying to talk about a man's mom, but she grown. But Jesus. Anyway, let's get on with the NBA, bruh. So that, but you had me dying though with DeMar Hamlin. I mean, with Hamlin, dog.
Helmet. See, you can't wear that garden cap when you wear them white helmets like Romeo Dobbs for the Green Bay Packers. When they wear the white helmet, he got that big on. Like, bruh.
But you can't wear that helmet when you sorry though. Like you in the secondary.
You gotta wear dark. Like that thing only look good on dark helmets.
Right.
When the helmet white,
Right.
bruh, it's
Yeah,
all
man.
bad. All
But,
bad like a bobblehead. Look like a bobblehead.
So man, with the Hawks, man, what should they do? What is going
Honestly,
on?
Ralph. So the question you really have to ask is, what player can you bring in that makes this roster better? And is it a rental? Is it a 60, 90-day rental? Is it a guy that hey, he can be an integral piece of this team moving forward? Today, I think I'm standing down. I think we just need to concentrate on getting our guys healthy. I want to see what this team looks like truly with Trey at the helm. Like I said, I like the way this team is constructed currently. And I'm like, I mean, when you look at the market, I mean, I don't want none of them guys who might be available. I don't.
So I know he's hurt now, but you don't like Brandon Ingram?
No. Because of what you just say, he always hurt. And if he always hurt in New Orleans, he gonna really be hurt in Atlanta because B.I. has a penchant for loving the streets. So this the wrong city to love the streets and focus on your basketball game. So I don't want B.I.
You already know how that Joker looked like. Because that Joker just so mellow. Just,
man, like he's gonna be at the Trap Cafe every night. they were like, gonna be like, man, everybody, man, we saw B.I. at Trap Cafe. Oh man, we seen B.I. Nah, man, I'm good, man. I'm good. Leave this team the way it's constructed right now. I'm good with it. Because I mean, again, is this a squad that we think can win a championship right now?
No,
probably not. Who can we bring in who we can say, okay, that guy on this roster is gonna help us make a run?
I'm trying to think.
It ain't nobody out there. Because you're gonna hear a lot. You're gonna hear a lot of people talk about the odd man out in Phoenix. He gonna be available.
But you wouldn't bring in. Well, he's gonna be going in. He's going to Milwaukee, I believe. But yes, let's say if they had a chance to get Bradley Beal, you don't think Bradley Beal, especially at his where he is now,
you don't want Bradley Beal here either. Look at you. That's why you scared. You really want to say his name. You don't want Bradley Beal here.
Because honestly, you don't need a starter. Because
you don't.
What you need is because who's playing power forward right now?
I mean, we got kind of.
We should say, you might need a power forward, dog.
Yeah, I mean,
but because that way, to me, because you can. The only reason why I would think Bill, because Bill is not at that point where Bill need to shoot the ball 24 times a game.
He don't feel that way in Phoenix because of who there. But if he come to Atlanta, he gonna be like, shh. Outside of Trey, I'm gonna get shots up over here. Yeah, y'all talk about. You see my cut Trey? There's a reason I make what I make. Y'all better get out of here.
I'm thinking if you because you can move, even though Jalen's a 3, you can still move Jalen to the 4.
Yeah.
You keep Dylan at the 2, and play Bill at the 3. Because what is Ricochet doing?
What is Ricochet doing? Yeah. What is Ricochet doing?
Right, true. And that's true, Jacob. You are I'm just
Yeah.
I just think
I don't want it.
so I guess so okay, you made a good point though. They're not winning this chip, right? So evidently, let's wait to the off season. But I just think whatever trade you're trying to get right, whatever guy you're trying to get right now, why not get him doing the trade to but then again, who you going to trade? Because right now, you know who I think they should trade? Bogey.
Who want Bogey with his hurt self?
Sacramento will take him.
We stuck with Bogey.
Like Sacramento will take him. They take everybody.
They take I don't know. Now that De'Aaron Fox is the de facto GM, I don't know if Bogey fit in with De'Aaron. Yeah. De'Aaron like, man, please, that boy shoot too much, man. Get him out of
right. But maybe they should. So I'm with you. Not with Philadelphia.
Yeah, I just don't see nobody who we bring in and they just make us much better. Like all of a sudden we're gonna be a 4 seed.
Right.
I just don't see them out there.
So with Philly, speaking of trade deadline, should they just blow it up right now? It's like, you know what,
bro,
we about to ship.
Drop as many hand grenades and flash bangs. Drop everything in there, man. It's a mess. Go with the young TikTok guy and everybody else, man. Blow that, man. Start over and go with them young guys.
Right, because nobody can stay healthy and be this. I mean, I don't know, man. It's Ben Simmons kind of looking like a genius right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, I don't know where it went wrong. To me, I didn't think, this is me now, I didn't think they should have traded Harden.
Yeah, I agree.
I thought Harden made that team better. Yeah, he has playoff woes, but he made that team better. He Jacob said start a new process, right? But
don't even use that word no more. Like,
right, lead process, right?
don't even use the word no more.
But yeah, I think Harden got people where they needed to be. And honestly, what messed Philly up was all these years was Tobias Harris. They wasted money on that joker.
Jesus.
He Tobias Harris was just, he was getting paid high dollars and averaging 12 points a game.
Man, that dude was getting paid like he was like top 4 in the league.
Bruh. And that's how they do it. They I believe some players like, you know what, we about to pimp this system. Get in, we're gonna ball out, be the highest prospect out, make somebody pay us all this money to save the team, and next thing you know, don't do anything. That's what he does. His James Harden is Kimbo Slice without fighting ability. Hey, I'm just saying, I think like I said, I think when Morey got over there, I know he's trying to build a perfect team, but I think he kind of messed up a lot. And because you had, I mean, just think about it. Even with Embiid, if they stuck with their prospects that they had with Embiid and Tatum, I mean, you had some good people there. It was like they want to just.
But again, Ralph, the problem, the NBA is a players' league. When these guys get tired of where they are and they this ain't gonna work, they ready to call their next shot to move on to somebody else who's gonna give them $300 million supermax deal. And that's why you see all these other guys thinking like, man, I need to get back to the NBA because the way they paying and guys can do whatever the hell they want to do.
Right.
I think you got Paul Pierce who Sid, if anytime you put a microphone in front of Paul Pierce's face, he'll tell you give him a month. He can give you 14 in the lead right now.
What can't you say? Stop tripping. You tripping, Lord. You tripping, Lord.
Tripping, Lord. Come on, Lord. Come on, Lord. Come on, Lord.
But you're right. I feel PP though. I feel Pierce. Pierce is like,
oh, these dudes believe that. Jeff T talked about it one day. He's like, listen, if I really got my mind right, I could come back in the NBA right now and give you 16. These guys believe that because of the way the league is structured.
Yeah.
I don't believe it, but because they look at what's going on in the NBA, like that's probably only 3 or 4 teams that can honestly win it.
Right.
Man. But for what they throwing around money-wise, but I go out there and give you 14 off the bench.
Off the bench. Just all you gotta do is post up on the corner. Wait for them to drive and kick it.
That's it. Just stand there ready to shoot.
and you're not gonna get punished for shooting the threes.
Matter of fact, again, what coaches say, we don't shoot it enough.
Right.
Coach Snyder said that one night. I said, huh?
Yeah, man.
So we did that. There was one of them nights like the house put up like 35 threes. He was like, nah, we ain't shoot it enough. I started packing my stuff up. I said, excuse me. I said, I'm cold.
Hey, here you go. Packing your rope, all that, rolling stuff up. Yeah, man. Yeah, and
it's crazy. Yeah. It's crazy. Tough league they got out there right now, but whatever. Yeah. Whatever, NBA.
Whatever. It's like you said, it's what's his name? I was about to say Stern.
Adam Silver.
Silver got to change something. And he's talking about moving the 3-point. Nah,
they need to see if Nick Saban want the job. Like they ought to offer commissioner of the NBA Nick Saban.
Because the problem with Silver is the fact that Silver wanted to be more of let's include the players, which I'm not mad at. It made sense, but man, you can't
gave him too much equity. Gave him
buddy with them. Yeah.
Gave him too much equity.
The owner's looking at Silver like, hey, what about us? We the one brought you in.
Man, we finna go hire Nick Saban. We finna go hire Nick Saban.
Yeah, man. Boy, Jacob a fool. But
damn.
yeah, they need some more structure. It needs to be, that's one thing. One thing I miss about Stern was Stern didn't play.
Oh, no, Stern didn't play the radio, and they knew it.
Yeah,
and they knew it. This thing out of control. What they always talk about? Inmates are running the asylum.
Yeah. So yeah, man. Well, all right, man. We're gonna take a quick break. Just quick break, and we're gonna be back. I have family in the building. We'll be right back.
Have a sports injury? Need to see an orthopedic doctor? Ortho Atlanta is one of Metro Atlanta's largest orthopedic and sports medicine practices, providing orthopedic and sports medicine care for the whole family. With 37 physicians and 14 offices, the practice provides the highest level of care for injury of muscles, joints, bones, and spine. Ortho Atlanta offers convenient access to a full range of musculoskeletal surgeons and specialists. Ortho Atlanta also offers on-site physical therapy, pain management care, MRI imaging, and workers' compensation care. The Ortho Atlanta surgery centers in Austell and Fayetteville provide cost-effective, same-day surgical procedures in an accredited outpatient center. Hip, knee, shoulder, back pain? Ortho Atlanta has you covered with specialists in all areas. Same-day appointments, orthopedic care for the whole family. Ortho Atlanta, Atlanta's choice for orthopedic and sports medicine care. Learn more at www.orthoatlanta.com.
My name is George Iceman Gervin.
This is Dylan Brooks. What's up? This is Vince Carter. You're listening to the 3-Point Conversion. Check it out.
All right, we're back inside the 3-point conversion sports lounge.
This guy gets happier and happier.
Happier and happier. And
Crazy. Gotta love it. Gotta
we got to
love
bring
it.
in family.
What a difference a season makes.
Yeah, man.
You see why they want them never. I never wanted Daniel Snyder to lose control of this team because as long as Daniel Snyder had control of this team, I knew where they were going to be. Look at them now. I'm jealous.
Orthopedic for Ortho Atlanta, Dr. Donnie Fowler the third. What is up, Doc? Oh,
well deserved. Well deserved.
We're here. We're here.
Wow. And can win this game on Sunday.
Yes. How does it feel, Doc? Come on, talk to us. How does it feel?
No, it feels surreal. Again, we have not. I mean, you've probably seen all the crazy numbers. I mean, we hadn't won a playoff game in 20 years. We hadn't been in an NFC championship in 33 years. 1992. I was literally 11 years old in elementary school. The last time we were in this position, and I'm a 40-something-year-old woman. So that should put into perspective how long it's been. So it's hard to believe. Like it's I don't know. I don't know how to feel. I almost hate myself for, and we'll get to picks later, but the only thing I missed from this past weekend was picking Washington. I picked all the other games. I picked all the spreads. I didn't pick my Commanders to win, which, again, most people would have said was a tall task with the 9.5-point spread in Detroit. But you'll hear shortly, I'm not going to make that mistake again. I'm full board Commanders. If they go down, so be it. I'll go down with the ship. But there's no doubt for me anymore at this point. So
this is house money.
Hold on.
House money.
You're a good one, Doc, because just because of that, I would have picked the Eagles. Just because they won last week and I picked against them, I'll be like, you know what? I'm going to pick the Eagles.
But I picked them against the Bucks in the first round, and they won. So I mean, at this point, like I said, I feel like I got to roll with the Magic. So
that's true. So let me ask you, with Jalen Hurts he got hurt in the not championship game, but in the game before, and his knee, he didn't look good. Remember, he didn't look good playing, but then all of a sudden he had some movement where it's like, okay, maybe he can play. Maybe he can move, whatever. He rolled out a few times, like back-to-back, I think, and back-to-back plays. But he was limited in practice today, which is no surprise. He's going to play. I'm pretty sure he's playing. But how effective do you think he will be?
Yeah, I mean, yes, I agree. I think he will play. I think they listed him limited in practice today. It's hard to know, those conditions and the snow, like some of it could have been even just footing and, you injured your knee and you can't, not only do you have that, but you're worried, you'll slip and it could just twist from that. So, I mean, I think the elements maybe had a little to play in it too, where he's probably moving a little more tentatively as well. Do I think he'll be 100%? No. Do I think they're going to hit him with everything under the sun to make sure he's pain-free and ready to go out there? Yes. I think it'll be interesting. I mean, I think obviously you're going to see a healthy dose of Saquon Barkley with what they can obviously do between him and that offensive line. If the Eagles get the lead, then they'll be fine because they'll just keep grounding and pounding. I think it'll be interesting if somehow Washington does get a lead and they have to start throwing more and rolling them out. I'll be obviously curious to see how effective he is because I do think his mobility is going to be at least somewhat compromised.
Got to talk about old Luka and this calf. He is still out, Doc. It don't seem like he's doing too much basketball stuff. Every time I look on Instagram, he got on sweatpants and not even dribbling. When can we expect Luka to be back?
Yeah, so I think it's been a month. It was Christmas that he
Yep.
went out. And obviously they've been struggling without him. Now Lively's out now too, I just saw. So, and Kyrie's missed some time. So I mean, yeah, they definitely need him back because they've faded for sure in the West. I think they're 7 right now, if I'm not mistaken. But he from what I've read thinks he will be back before the All-Star break, which is mid-February. So if you're thinking that would maybe be another 2 weeks from now, which would put him, about 6 weeks from his injury, which, as Mr. Controversy can tell you, is probably pretty accurate for a calf injury. But so I think that's possible, assuming he doesn't have a setback. I could see him back in maybe 2 weeks, kind of that, first to second week of February, shortly before the All-Star break, and maybe at least try to get him a little bit of run before then, kind of try to get him warmed up a little bit. And then obviously you'll probably see full Luka after the All-Star break. So.
All right, man. Let's get to these picks. And we have Washington and Philly, of course, like you mentioned. And they have Philly again at -6. So, Doc, I know you stated you're picking them, but why do you think they're going to win this game?
God, no, I don't know. Jaden Daniels for one. Just again, and probably people who aren't Washington fans are sick of the media talking about it. But again, it's hard to remember someone saying so calm and poised in all these games. The moment never seems too big for him, and I think he brings everyone along with him who believe and trust in him. And so, yeah, Philly has the home field. They got Saquon. They got the trenches. But you got a banged up Hurts. I think they're going to be I know it's Philly. I feel like they might be a little nervous, playing a little tighter, where, again, Washington's house money. We never expected any of this. So I'm going to take the momentum and ride it and hope for another upset.
Ace, what you got?
I like Washington in this game. When I look at Philly, and if we don't get snow, I don't think they got snow this week. I don't think it's in the forecast this week. I just don't see how Jalen Hobbled can make plays without him being able to move. He has to be able to get outside that pocket to really hurt this Washington defense. Just looking at the way he moved, like say, then practice today, it's gonna be stiff come Sunday. He's just gonna be stiff. And he's been hurt basically the last few weeks, whether it's the concussion and it's always something going on with Jalen. I think Washington understands that they're a team of destiny. I'm going Washington. I'm going Washington. I'm not getting off that. Going Washington. And that hurts as a Cowboy fan. And that hurts as a Cowboy fan.
I almost want to change it because I have Philly. Did you got them? So, well, if you got Washington, yeah, there's no need to talk about the spread. But so I have Philly.
Y'all take Washington and the points because, it ain't going to be 6. The 6 points a lot.
Yeah. I think Philly's going to win. Well, I almost want to change it now, but 6 points and the win, that's what I picked. And the only reason I was doing it is because at this point, I just feel like that running game from Philly, it's explosive. If I think that's the key. If Washington can minimize Saquon, and I'm not even talking about stop him where he only gets 60 yards. I'm saying don't let him get no breakout yards. You
let him home run.
Yeah, you can't get that home run. I think that was the beauty with Detroit. Even though Detroit can, they can go ahead and run the ball and they can take time off the clock. I think with the Eagles, they can score at any time. And if that's the case, that takes pressure off of Jalen, as you mentioned. He can't move and so on. But I think it's really no advantage as far as because we've been here before. I don't think that because you got Dan Quinn. You know, Dan Quinn's been there before. But not only that, these teams are familiar with each other. You know, they played each other twice. So you kind of know, tendencies and things like that. So, but I just felt like Philly hadn't gotten credit all year. You still got AJ, you still got Devontae. You know, they still got one of the best offensive lines in the game. Philly does. So I just got them winning by over touchdown. So I'm taking Philly. Now, Mace, big matchup, Kansas City and Buffalo. What you got, man?
I think it's Buffalo time. I just think it's Buffalo's time. Josh, I think Josh has learned to play the game the way Pat Mahomes has started playing the game, where it's not about my stats. I don't have to throw for 300 and all of these crazy things. I just need to be efficient. I don't need to make mistakes that hurt my team. I like Buffalo on Sunday.
Wow,
because you on Sunday.
The reason why I'm shocked because I know Doc, you've heard May say this, and I don't blame you.
Yeah,
you say you would not.
You don't bet against Pat Mahomes, but this summer when I was in Vegas, I put a future bet against their 3-peat. It was a nice little package out there. You could take Kansas City on the field, took the field, and then I doubled down. I say bet against the 3-peat. They're not going to 3-peat. Give me Buffalo. Give me Josh Allen on Sunday to finally make it to a Super Bowl. Give me Josh Allen. Give me Buffalo.
Yeah, I know Pat was talking about how, you know, Hamlin's not good and Buffalo, McDermott just never beats Andy. But I just felt like I said it when we were on Radio Row at the championship game. What I tell you, the reason why Kansas City's been winning, even without their weapons, is because they're the big bad wolf. They're the big brother. Everyone is scared of them. It's you got to play a perfect game, and when you don't play that perfect game, you mess up. You tighten up. You saw Houston do it. They missed that extra point. They tighten up. They got nervous. And honestly, I don't think Buffalo in the past has been like that with Kansas City in that game. It was just that
they always damn good. I mean, you got the Josh Allen rule now because if he had got that ball back in that game, you know he going down score. He understands this team. He understands this team.
And you had Tyreek Hill and you had, you know, Kelsey at his best. I just don't think you have that right now. And I don't think Buffalo is the only team besides Cincinnati that aren't scared of Kansas City. They're not scared of them. So I got Buffalo, man. I got Buffalo winning as well. I'm taking the points. I got Buffalo winning. Doc?
Yeah, I got Buffalo too. By the way, were you picking Philly to win by more than 6 or more than 6?
Yeah, touchdown. Yep.
Okay. No, I got Buffalo too. Playing the odds, it's like how many times does Mahomes have to beat Allen till we say that it's never going to happen? But I mean, I feel like it could be the year. The overtime rules are different now, so if KC gets the ball first in overtime and Mahomes goes down and scores a touchdown, well, guess what? It's not over like the regular season. Josh Allen and the Bills still get the ball and get the match. So they've changed the postseason NFL overtime rules, which some would say is the only reason Buffalo lost the last time. So I don't know. I think it's finally the year. I just something has just always seemed off in general with KC, where they've won a lot of close games in an ugly fashion, and I don't know. I feel like the Bills have enough to finally take them down, but we'll see what the refs decide. So
yeah, I'm with you, man. I think that's what we're going to see. You know what? The question is, Pat was right. McDermott, and I don't think McDermott gets nervous, but I think for that last stand on defense, well, I think he did when Mahomes had the ball last in overtime. They couldn't stop Mahomes, but I don't think nobody can stop nobody at that point. Them last what was it, 6 minutes?
Yeah.
It was So it's just that McDermott, he has to get the Kirby Smart energy. Kirby was the only student that wasn't scared to beat the professor. You know what I'm saying? And that's what McDermott has to be. He has to get that energy. We can beat these guys. I don't care. I want to beat my success. I want to be my successor, my professor. My teacher, the Dundada. He has to have that energy, man. And I think that's what it comes down to. Because I think we know Josh Allen, like I say, he always plays well. Always.
Dude has become a Jedi now. He's kind of finally figured it out. And like I say, he's not doing too. He understands, and he kind of learned it watching Pat Mahomes. I don't have to do everything to win these games. Right. I just don't turn it over. Trust my teammates, and let's finally get to New Orleans. Let's finally get to the Super Bowl because he needs one.
Yeah, he needs one.
Yep, him and Lamar need one, but he really need one.
He needs one. Yeah. Well, all right, Doc. We definitely appreciate you, and good luck.
Proud of you, Doc. Doc, I'm proud of you. Like I say, this is why I never wanted Daniel Snyder to sell this team, because I knew if they got new ownership, then they would. Cowboys, we're gonna be the last. We're gonna be the last man standing in the division.
Yeah. Let me ask: Mace? Where are we going at your coach and Mr. Controversy? Are we happy with Ben Johnson?
Doc, let me tell you this, and I kind of let it be known today. With these names they're floating out there, I'm headed for divorce. I am headed for divorce. I mean, we bring in Brian Schottenheimer back for a second interview. Like, you really considering Jason Witten for this job?
That's what it is.
I'm going to be done. So 3 years ago, about 4 or 5 years ago, when we didn't get rid of it was time to move on from the Clapper. We didn't get rid of the Clapper. I boycotted the entire season. I didn't buy anything Cowboy related. I kept all my Cowboy funds in my pocket. I boycotted this team. I'm telling you now, hire one of these retread bums. I am divorcing the Dallas Cowboys. I'm telling you now, we headed for a divorce. Juanita Jordan, Juanita and Michael Jordan type divorce. I want everything. I'm out.
Doc, you already know I'm happy. That was like,
you had to see him when he got the alert.
We was on Radio Row broadcasting live.
Wheels. He throwing his Chicago Bears Scully back on. He was over the moon, Doc.
Because I was like, we had a coach. What?
Yeah. Well, no, I feel like Caleb. We'll see. Caleb shouldn't have any excuses next year not to shine. So
right. But he had all of the excuses he needed this year. He had a whole bunch. 3 offensive coordinators and 2 coaches in your rookie year. 3 offensive coordinators and 2 coaches in your rookie year.
Oh.
Wow. So, yeah, this is a good thing. And like I said before, Doc, the fact that he came in and the first thing he said was he understands the assignment. He said, I love the fact that, and I can honestly say it was fun beating Matt LaFleur twice in one season. So the fact that he knows he has to beat the Green Bay Packers, that's all we want. That right there, or you passed. You passed. So okay. I'm with it. But all right, Doc, well, we appreciate it, man. And
good times for you, Doc. Good times for you. I just want this feeling back one more time. And like I said, I'm gonna have to get it with another team because I'm divorcing the Cowboys. If they name Brian Schottenheimer as our head coach, I'm over it.
Well, that I ain't got to deal with that. All right, Doc. So have a good weekend and be safe, sir.
Thanks. See you next week.
All right.
All right. Bruh. I'm so happy I ain't got to deal with that. Man, I know you sick.
I'm gonna divorce. Listen, I saw that they bring in Brian. I say, why would you want to hire Brian Schottenheimer and not as an OC as the head man? Are you?
With all these people. What up, cuz? With all these people.
I'm divorcing them. I'm telling you now, I'm gonna be a full-time Rams fan. I'm gonna be a full-time Rams. I'm just gonna follow my nephew, and that's what I'm gonna do.
Hey,
I might come home. I might join my mama and might be a Falcon fan. But I'm definitely not gonna be a Dallas Cowboy fan.
Cuz I couldn't believe it either, cuz.
Cause I say, oh yeah. I said, maybe there's a typo. Let me get off Santa Claus internet and let me get on Beyonce internet. They got on Beyonce internet. They were saying the same thing. I said, Jerry is just can't get ready. I'm over it. Like I'm over it. I'm over it. Over it.
And that was one of the things. So that's what Ben Johnson said. It was one of the I guess like his wants to come on the team. I don't know how true this is. You can't believe the internet, but he was saying that he wanted to be him and Pose. George McCaskey and Warren can't interfere. So I mean,
well, they the owners. I mean, you can't tell the owners they can't.
Right. well, not George is the I know you're helping McCaskey, but George is like her grandson.
Yeah, but
and she kicked him off. She the one was like, hey, you gotta go. You can't. She kicked him out, but he was helping in the background. But I feel you though. It's like, but real quick, man, before we get into the last question, good question. I don't know if y'all seen Unrivaled. Y'all need to check this out. Unrivaled is dope.
Very dope. Very dope. Hey, Ryan Howard, could you do that when the season starts? Thank you.
And she talking mess too. I know I'm the best player, and I'm like, oh, like.
So you only got this energy for 3-on-3, Ryan? Like you can't do this during the season?
Right.
Your real job, your professional job.
Right. What up, Marlon? Right. Like you can't.
Sick of it. I'm sick of it. Listen. I'm telling y'all, 2025, a lot of y'all are not finna be getting my energy. Cowboys, you one of them. Hire Brian Schottenheimer. And see what I do. See what I do. All of it going in the trash. Well, it ain't going in the trash, but it's going in the garage, and it will not find its way.
Because wait, I think they did they face Alicia Gray? I don't know if that was a second game. I can't remember, but either or, yeah, Ryan is like, look, she came in there like bruh.
Yeah, man, Ryan tripping. I'm sitting there like, I got mad. I couldn't TV out because I'm like, she can't do this at her day job. Like, sick of it. Just sick of it.
But the concept is so dope
yeah, it is.
And that team is sick with her and Enrique and but
Enrique's such a dog.
Oh, that's what?
Dog. Just a dog.
Could you see this happening but if it happened in the NBA, wouldn't this be dope? They did something like this.
It would. They would mess it up. NBA would mess it up. NBA finally, like everything is that find a way to mess it up. We'll be like, man, just throw it all away. just throw it away.
All right, man. So let me ask you the question. All y'all watching, y'all could answer, play along. So if you had one moment from different sports, but that one moment, you could do basketball, baseball, football, you could do college, whatever comes to your mind that happened, that you witnessed, not necessarily being at the game, but watching whatever moment, play, game, whatever. And what moment would you just sit down and have your grandchildren like, yo, let me tell you, when I was this years old or whatever, let me tell you about when he did this or when she did that or whatever, or when this happened or whatever it is. What would that moment be? or moments?
So definitely one moment that I'm going to tell. It's not a moment; it's a person.
Okay.
So I'm going to definitely tell my grandkids about how amazing Jerry Rice was.
Mm.
And I'm going to tell them, we always hear this phrase that records are made to be broken. And we've seen records fall. This one man, who is arguably the greatest football player ever, put up numbers that we would never see anybody break. And he played in an era unlike what we see today where everybody get 100 catches.
Right.
Nobody will ever touch this man record. And I feel proud to say that because we look at records and they're like, somebody gonna get that. Yeah, somebody gonna get that. Jerry Rice numbers are untouchable and out of reach. And I'm gonna definitely brag to my grandkids about that because they can be going on about young Timmy who ran a 3.940, and I'll be like, yeah, that's good, but he ain't Jerry Rice. He ain't did nothing that Jerry Rice did. So definitely gonna just point out the fact that I truly got to witness the greatest football player ever. Argue with your drunk auntie. Jerry Rice, greatest football player ever.
I could dig that. Let me go to basketball before I go to football. I got two in basketball. One, of course, is the sick game. Tell him about Jordan when he was sick.
Yeah.
Finals.
Well,
laboring, eyes bloodshot red. As the game went on, he could barely walk. You could just see him you just saw it all over him. Yeah. I'm gonna tell how he put the team on his back and hit that big three with 30-something seconds left, whatever, to win the game. And matter of fact, what people forget about that, he grabbed the rebound, Mace. He was at the free throw line, made the first one, and he missed the second one, but had enough energy to dig it out, bring it back, and then they set it up, and he shot the three. Then the other one is Vince Carter dunking over Frank. Was it Frank Wiseman or Frank?
Oh yeah, in the Olympics.
In the Olympics.
Yeah.
That's gonna be, look, let me tell y'all.
Yeah.
When I say dunk, his legs didn't hit him. He jumped over his head, and the guy was 6'7",
Yeah.
And he jumped over his head.
Cleared him.
And he didn't get a run. He didn't run, and it was off 2 feet.
Yeah. Definitely a moment. Definitely a moment. Now baseball, and this one gonna be funny for my grandkids to hear this because as I tell them the story, it's the significance of what it meant. So when the Atlanta Braves made the trade for Fred McGriff, Fred McGriff's first game in Atlanta, the press box catch on fire. Inferno. It's a picture of Fred McGriff. They taking pictures in the background. You can see them trying to put the fire out in the press box. And Fred McGriff changed the culture of the Atlanta Braves. When we signed Fred McGriff, it was like we literally caught on fire. We could not be beat from that point forward. Now we ain't winning, but him coming in and him having that building catch fire, it meant so much to the organization. It made it like we're not no laughing stocks no more. We not in the bottom of the NL West like we used to be by 4th of July. We'd be 30 games out, 27 games out. You'd be like, we suck. Start getting the pitching together, but the night we bought Fred McGriff his first game in Atlanta, building caught on fire. And it was kind of poetic.
Significant, right.
Definitely poetic. So I'm definitely gonna that's gonna be my baseball story that I'm gonna tell the youngins.
My baseball story is I can't remember who hit it, and I'm gonna do it just like this. So they were up, and this guy went and he swung the ball and he hit it deep to left field, I believe. Left field, I believe. And when he no, it was right field, deep to right field, and it was back at the warning track. And it was this guy that had the glove going. He was about to get it. It was almost home run, but it was the warning track. This guy named Jose Canseco tried to catch the ball, and he missed it, and it hit him on the head and bounced over for a home run. I would tell him, and he hit a home run off somebody's head. I gotta tell that. I would never forget that. I would never forget that. Never, ever, ever. I would never forget that. I'm trying to think with football though, man. I don't.
So my football was Jerry Rice, so my baseball was Fred McGriff. Basketball, basketball. So, this is very good. So, in my tennis shoe room, I have a picture of Jordan's last shot.
Okay.
And I'm always and I do this to everybody. So have like right near the picture, I need to see if it's still over there too. Have a magnifying glass by the picture. I always get people, and I can't wait to tell my grandkids about it because somebody better pass this picture down. Matter of fact, I need to write that in my will. Pass this picture down, especially my daughter's half son. Pass this picture down. But I always tell everybody to grab the magnifying glass and look at everybody you can see in the picture. Look at everybody. Look at a different person's facial expression. And then just look at Jordan. Just look at the form.
Yeah, I used to pause it. I used to pause it at that point on my VCR. Yeah.
And I was just like,
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Understand the greatest basketball player. This is how he went out. You can't write a better script. And the shot down the picture is so perfect because it's this form.
One dude was like this.
Yeah, it's like,
and you
can look at everybody's, but the biggest part about that picture, everybody knew that shot was going in.
Everybody knew it was going in.
Everybody knew that shot was going in. It wasn't going to be side rim. It wasn't going to roll in and out. That ball was going to the bottom of that net. Totally unbelievable. I'm like, if you ever Hollywood couldn't write a better script than that. Now, he ruined it because some of y'all told me he played for the Washington Wizards. I still don't remember that. But this is how the greatest basketball player ever went out. Winning the championship, made the steal, hit the game-winning shot. In this picture, y'all better keep this picture in our family forever. Because that's perfection. It gets no better than that. Crazy.
Cuz said, my baseball is David Freese in the World Series, game 6 to tie the game, and then walk off same game to take us to game 7 and win a World Series. Yeah.
I'm still kind of mad at the Cardinals the way they always come in here and pimp slap the Braves. Wild card. I was sitting in the stadium. They put them 11 runs in the first hour.
Right.
I just paid like $13 for a bill. I didn't even want the bill. I'm like, are we at a little league game? They motherfuckers done batted around. Like, what are we?
You know what? I got a
wild card exit. Jesus.
I got a bad one for football, but I'm gonna tell. So I'm gonna talk about the time how the Bears. This is like the most anticipated game, rookie versus rookie. The Bears just scored 26 seconds left. And then it was 5 seconds left. And the Commanders threw a Hail Mary but our DB was talking to the crowd and wasn't in place while the play was going on. And he knew because the crowd was pointing towards, and he tried to run and got out of place and tipped the ball. And
what you got to do, what you also got to add to this story is he should have just stayed over there where he was, because if he stayed where he was,
it'd have been straight.
It probably would have been a touchdown.
Yeah, we would have won the game if he would have just stayed where he was. He want to rush. This idiot.
Oh, that right there, and you just brought up a source. Oh my God, sore subject. I'm definitely gonna tell my grandkids about the time that the NFL robbed Dez Bryant.
Woo, boy.
I mean, that was our Super Bowl team. That was our Super Bowl team. That was a damn catch. I don't know what else. I don't know what else Dez could have did.
I don't know what he could have
damn catch.
When you watch it now, it's really like, bruh, because he followed what they try to make the rule is catch the ball, make a football move. He caught it, stumbled, took 2 steps, and lunged.
And then dove. How many more football moves do y'all want him to make?
Yeah, like. So I hate the Packers anyway. So I almost broke that TV, bro. Like
I was so dude. I was so sick. I missed like 3 days of work. I was so sick. I laid in the bed for the first. I couldn't believe that the referee's job was like that. I was like, what is a catch?
Oh,
what is a catch?
Yeah, what is a catch? Yeah. You know what else I gotta tell? So another football story, real quick. Then I got one more. I gotta talk about Saquon. What Saquon did, that move, the juke
when he jumped over backwards.
And that still is like unbelievable. That's unbelievable. Because my football may be surprising to you, but it's when Tyreek caught that ball. I was thinking about that too. Greatest catch ever because of the moment. I hated the Patriots and would love to be there at the Giants where that will always go into like that's the most dramatic.
Yeah, God just was on their side, man.
Yeah,
God was on their side. He didn't he just didn't want the Patriots to win.
Yeah.
That whole drive was like some bull crap out of Hollywood.
It was like a movie.
I was like, come on, man. The ball pin on here. Rodney Harrison could get the ball. Hey, come on. What are we doing?
Eli broke out the tackle.
Yeah, in the grass.
Yeah, that joke was held for like 15 seconds. He buzzed, but still it was dope. That was crazy. But tennis was, I guess you could tie 1 into 2. But the first one was Venus Williams. Yeah. When they get older, I'm gonna tell them about the other one with Serena when she was playing in the. But anyway, but Venus Williams, when the first time she beat was that Martinez Hingis when she who did she beat in the US Open?
What's old girl name?
Is that Hingis?
Yeah,
Martinez Hingis, and Martinez is number 1, but not the fact that she was the first Black to come in and do that. She was 19 and 18 years old, but Venus represented straight like the hood, what you want to call it, roundaway. It was so dope with the white beads all over her hair.
Yeah, I hated them beads. I ain't gonna lie.
Like I ain't gonna lie, like there's no way in the world I would let my daughters wear that. But I'm just saying for that moment, to come in hood like that.
Yeah, straight out of Compton.
Give me this. And what?
Straight out of Compton.
That to me, that made such a statement. And it was like if anybody could represent where you from, and it wasn't like she was representing, she might have thought she was representing Compton. And maybe her mom knew she was representing all of us in the United States, all of us, all the hoods. it was just so dope
Worldwide.
to be like to come in because everybody look at this ghetto, what is she? Because I can see if it was like, because think about it, let's be real, Mace. If this was basketball, we'd be embarrassed. Oh my God, who in the world child is this? But it was just appropriate for the sport. Tennis. You weren't seeing black women.
Nah.
You didn't see that.
Nah, you did.
She young, but she came in with her style and whooped them.
Yeah.
And the thing was, the crowd had to cheer for her.
Yeah. It was groundbreaking, earth-shattering, because we don't play tennis.
We don't play tennis.
We don't play tennis.
And you ever notice that I watched the movie? The movie came on King Richard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it came and it was weird because I stupid. We talk about Venus Mobile like this, talk about Serena, but not Serena one anyway. But because funny. But I was watching King Richard the other day, and it was funny, man. I just so happened to watch it. I had the windows up. It was late at night, but I had the windows up. I don't know what was going on outside, but the police was outside. They was spraying mace. So I was watching the movie while they were spraying mace at the same time. So I don't know. Guess it's a bad time to watch it. But anyway, so
you got you choked up a little bit.
But yeah, so they was spraying mace, dog. It was mace spray. I had the windows up. So
yeah, got choked up. It's okay. It's okay.
Even though it was late at night, whatever, but
it's okay. It's okay. So, and it's funny you talk about that event. So that's right in line with Tiger Woods winning the Masters.
Yeah. That was,
When him walking up 18 and he had just obliterated the field.
We knew what you're talking about. Right. Yeah, that was something.
When he coming up and then all of a sudden, like after that Masters win, so it's so funny. It's crazy. I was living in South Carolina at the time. I was living in Florence. So the next day, so the Masters like on a Sunday. He won that Sunday. So Monday, they had just opened I can't think of the name of the sports bar they opened down in Myrtle Beach, but he was there.
Okay.
And so me being naive, thinking, well, there ain't gonna be a lot of people go to see Tiger at Myrtle Beach. Dude. So Florence is like an hour from Myrtle Beach. So we jump in the car, we just gonna ride over there because ain't gonna be a lot of people. Bro, we get like right outside of Conway, where you go over the bridge to Myrtle Beach. Wall-to-wall traffic. Wall-to-wall traffic. Couldn't get nowhere near the spot. Then, so we stopped at the spot, get something to eat or whatever. They got the news on, and it's like just a gazillion people just trying to see Tiger Woods.
He had that aura, bro. It's certain people that you know. But this is what I was gonna say about King Richard. Isn't it funny though how the black fathers are labeled by black folks too? I mean, I ain't saying about white folks, by everybody. They're labeled as crazy. Are they crazy?
Yeah,
doing too much. Look at him; he's ruining their children.
Yeah,
but their children are usually the best at whatever they do.
Dude,
the Jackson 5 or Michael Jackson,
bro.
Even the Ball family. Look at their family. Yeah,
bro, I caught so much flack for defending LeVar Ball.
We called him Unc. I defended him too. Called him Unc. We called him Unc.
All I used to tell everybody, like, y'all clearly ain't had no daddy. You clearly hadn't had no dad in your life. You couldn't have.
And you see what they went all that and sacrificed all that and made sure, but they seen the greatness. And all of them turned out to be great. It's even with that situation with Ja Morant and everybody like, trying to get on his father. He ain't told him nothing, and he too busy cheering on him. Bro, that's his father. What you want him to do?
He got him the way he's supposed to be. Now that's on. Can't hold his hand through the whole ride.
This is a millionaire that's 20-some years old. What?
Can't hold his hand. Like
a multi-millionaire.
He got to learn. He got to learn. I used to always like, and I understood it as I got older. But I used to just always be like, man, why do my daddy be tripping all the time like that?
Right.
Always tripping. It was like, gotta be this way. Gotta be this way. It was just, yeah. But what I understood and figured out later in life is he was basically telling you, hey man, no, if you don't do it this way, you're not gonna get it done.
Right.
Like it got to be this way. And I would always be like, you know, my teammates in high school, they would like my dad to come around. I used to be like, man, I want that. Like, why is he up here? I got a car. Why is he even up here? But like, they would be around him, so that would be my cue to slide out the door. Be like, man, because I gotta go home and hear this. Like, I don't want to hear it now. But not understanding that, dog, that's what he was instilling. It was the work ethic.
Shout out to my father, because he's like that. I felt like that. My father was a pastor, but he was a motivational speaker. This joker was, believe it or not, this pastor in 91 started rapping. And I ain't talking about the ABC. You look at me. No, I'm talking about he was like rapping.
In-depth bars.
And he would wear a blazer. He was the first guy I saw wearing a blazer with the gym shoes and a ball cap. That's kind of where I get that from.
Where you get it from?
Yeah. Wearing the ball cap, the blazer. And he was doing this in the early 90s. Preacher now, pastor. And everybody, some people didn't like it, but whatever. But I remember him coming to my school and I'm like, man, this dude, oh my God, I'm embarrassed. And my father, he had to come to my school and do a motivational speak. He was a motivational speaker for my school. And I'm embarrassed, like, oh my God, my father coming. And I remember after it was over with, like you said, I'm looking like, I go down to the floor and they asking for this Joker's autograph. And I'm like, and me not knowing what y'all asked for his autograph for. Y'all tripping. And
because he your daddy.
Yeah, you know, but
that's how you see him. Yeah.
Look, you read this, and then we go through this.
Cricket, my favorite movie. My old boy head.
It's stupid, man. Cricket. God, you're funny, man. Oh my God.
That boy, that ignorant, man.
Oh boy.
That boy. But it's funny we talking about that. Now the main reason I wear my hats backwards all the time because my dad had told me when I was young, boy, you can't wear your hat like that. Wear your hat like that. People think it. You be like,
right. Yeah.
When I get of age,
you're gonna wear your hat.
When I get out your house, I ain't gotta listen to you no more. I'm always wearing my hat backwards. Like, you're never gonna get me to turn my hat around. Never. I got so sick of him saying that. Hey man. It's ignorant. Ignorant people wear their hat back.
Hey, that's like dishes. My father would tell me. I was like, I ain't washing dishes. He told me, oh my daddy, why don't you? And I was smart with my daddy when I was little. Like, why don't you wash the dishes? Dad? I think before I was washing dishes, my brothers, but I asked him, like, I ain't gonna wash no dishes. He said, I told my mama, that's what he said. I told my mother, when I get older, I ain't washing dishes. So I got y'all, and I ain't I live by that now. I wash dishes when they're not here, but I live by that now. It's so funny. But hey, real quick, man, I gotta get my stop it, dog. I don't know if you gotta stop it. I gotta stop it.
I got
you got what? Just stop it. Go ahead, because I'm trying to find it now. What's your stop it?
My stop it. And I made a point to unfollow this dude on site. One, I didn't know I was following, but I'm super unfollowing now. Le'Veon Bell.
What Le'Veon say?
Le'Veon Bell is all on the internet today, going back and forth with Bow Wow.
What?
He is mad because he said Bow Wow don't claim Columbus because Bow Wow is a Ohio. He
Yeah.
represented Ohio State today.
Right.
He like Bow Wow, you ATL, you don't represent Ohio. And I'm saying, first of all, why are you going back forward with Bow Wow?
Right.
That's starters. But two, fool, Bow Wow first album, he on the Cleveland Browns jersey.
Right, represent Ohio.
In every other rap, he talking about Ohio. He the prince of the old town. He, like Le'Veon Bell. First of all, why are you arguing with Bow Wow? And two, why are you such a big Trump report? Like, man, get him to stop it, man. Get Le'Veon to stop it.
Hold on, let me get it. My bad.
Get Le'Veon the biggest stop it.
Stop it.
Who argues with Bow Wow? Like, bro, you too old to be arguing with Bow Wow. What are you doing?
Right. Why everybody would I argue with Bow Wow anyway? All these people you're arguing with Bow Wow. I don't get that. My stop it goes to Titans GM Mike Borgonzi or Borgonzi, however you say that joker's name.
Yeah.
Good one. The new hire. He comes out and says, he said, but we're not, no matter what, we're not passing up on a generational talent, whatever they call it, right? We're not going to pass up on a generation talent. We're not doing that. But then comes out later talking about the number one pick is open for grabs. Stop it.
Hey, man.
What? Like, how you say we're not going to pass up on a generation talent? You number one then talking about, hey, the number one pick is open for trading.
Clearly, this is a guy who's in over his head.
What, like,
bro,
like,
Tennessee Titans, but it's what I keep telling you. It's a reason certain organizations are gonna always suck.
Always.
This man is one day on the job and an already inserted foot in mouth.
Always.
It's the Titans we talking about. Don't nobody expect that from the Titans. And he probably gonna blow that pick. See, he the type dude when he say stuff like that. If he got number one pick, he gonna take some random dude and everybody gonna be like, all these people on the board. 3 years, he'll be looking for another job. Don't worry about it.
He's gonna try to make a genius pick, as we call it.
He gonna slice it like saying golf. He gonna slice it in the rough. he gonna slice it in the rough.
Oh man, this dude! I can't believe I saw that. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Tennessee Titans. I'm not surprised. Tennessee Titans. I'm not surprised.
It's Tennessee.
Look,
y'all, if y'all hear this music, you already know what it means. It means it is time to let you go. Before we let you go, man, we got a couple of shout outs and stay tuned because you might be one of them. First of all, I want to give a shout out to the Almighty God for giving me this platform to do what I do, say what I say, make you all upset, mad, want to give me the stop it button. Hey, I appreciate it. Yeah, because I think he's gonna I think he can be that. He go to the right situation.
Yeah, it depends on who draft.
Yeah, depending on who draft. Go to right. I also want to give a shout out to my cousin. You know what I'm gonna say it right. My first cousin, McQuell Goodwin. What up, cuz? That's cuz wife. That's my first cousin. I said it right. Usually I'll be like my cousin's wife. And she my first cousin, but I say my cousin's wife.
It'll always be that way.
But no, shout out to cuz. Anyway, also, man, shout out to my guy Mace. Mace, what you got, bro?
Atlanta, we're over the snow. Wrap it up. Sick good.
Yo.
Sick.
Also, I want some snow. We didn't get any over here. BS.
Be blessed.
Also, I want to shout out to our guest, of course, Dr. Foley. He's no guest. Shout out to him. Ortho Atlanta being the sponsor. But we want to shout out to Darren Smith, to Patrick Freeman. Appreciate y'all. Also, I want to shout out to all the listeners, whether you listen to a podcast or listen to it live. I want to shout out to everybody in the chat room. Got to shout out to Vincent, the Fantasy Guru, my guy Jacob, Cuz, what up, Cuz? Antoine, Jeremy, Steve. Hey, appreciate y'all. Also, hey, Mace, look. Also, we want to shout out. I want to shout out to my.
Are we going early? Are we going early? Are we going at 7?
We going at what? Y'all going at 7?
No, I'm saying, what time the Zoom meet? You know, we don't go to 8:30. What time we going to Zoom meet?
Oh, y'all start at 8:30 tomorrow?
Yeah, we start at 8:30.
We do 7 then. We do 7.
There it is.
7.
It's not midnight. It's not midnight. It's 7 o'clock.
But hey, shout out to my lovely children, my nieces, nephews, cousins, uncles, aunties, brothers, sisters, play cousins, grandparents. Hey, make sure you love family. Make sure you love on family. Make sure they know that you love them. They can feel it. Have a great weekend. Hey, drink responsibly, eat good, watch some sports. You got championship, AFC, NFC championship. You got basketball still, man. Unrivaled is up. We got hockey. You got everything, man. Until then, until next week, same time, same show, same crazy sports, same crazy nonsense. When you miss me, I'm out. Peace. Mate, stay right there real quick. We out, y'all. Holla.
What up, y'all? You know who it is, your boy Kiss. Right now, you checking out the 3-point conversion.